Prosecutors have charged 5 officers so far in the death of Tyre Nichols. That means over the next several months and years, we'll be following them through the legal process.
The wheels of justice, and many want to know, will they be found guilty? WRIG investigator Stacey Jacobson takes a look at some possibilities.
Second-degree murder. That's the most serious charge facing 5 former police officers. You can see all of them in various parts of the video released by Memphis police, showing Tyre Nichols' last moments of life, where he was pulled out of his car, violently kicked and beaten, and offered no medical assistance. District Attorney Steve Mulroy says he's confident the murder charges will stick.
Second-degree murder is a knowing killing.
But defense attorney Mike Working, who is not involved in this case, predicts the 5 former officers will try to get that charge reduced.
There could be jurors who think by running away, Tyre Nichols provoked this excessive force, and voluntary manslaughter is a potential outcome.
That's part of the picture one of the defense attorneys is already trying to paint. William Massey represents former officer Emmett Martin III.
The car did some movement between lanes enough that he hit his lights. And Mr. Nichols did not stop.
Experts also question whether the other charges against the former officers will hold up. Those include aggravated assault, official misconduct, official oppression, and aggravated kidnapping.
The charge, I believe, of aggravated kidnapping is very new in the field of prosecuting law enforcement. That really caught a lot of observers off guard. Officers generally have the right to restrain someone's liberty by arresting them.
At a certain point in the sequence of events, it is our view that this, if it was a legal detention to begin with, it certainly became illegal at a certain point, and it was an unlawful detention.
I think that will be the toughest one for the state to prove.
Most officers nationwide do not face legal repercussions for deaths and injuries. Take the cases of Eric Garner in New York City and Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri. When officers do get indicted, outcomes are far from a guarantee. 6 officers faced charges in Baltimore for the death of Freddie Gray, but none of those cases ended in a conviction.
Being fast to charge and fast to convict are different things. We're going to have a proper case. We're going to have a proper trial.
He says that because he does not think these defendants will take any plea deals, given the DOJ is also investigating, and the former officers will likely face federal charges.
If you plead guilty to anything in state court, that's used against you in federal court to increase your sentence. And it could be used to increase the sentence in federal court to the point that it basically becomes life in prison.
This will be a long fight.
The former officers are all due back here in court on May 1st. After that, experts say the entire trial process could take 2 to 3 years. Stacey Jacobson, WREG News Channel 3.
And as you think about that, keep in mind that civil cases are a lot more common than criminal cases involving police officers. Now, we don't know yet how much Memphis might have to pay Nichols' family, but legal experts say it could be millions.